Hello there, I'm John Hall from Right Here Pens in Shrewsbury, and we're going to have a look today at a couple of pilot pens, the Custom 854 Urushi and the straightforward Custom Irushi. We'll take a look at them, see what's good about them, see what we like, see if there's anything we don't like. Okay then, let's go and have a look at the pens. Okay then, so here we have the Custom Irushi 854 from Pilot. And as you can see, a very fine looking pen. The Urushi is very beautifully applied. I think if you look terribly closely, you can see some signs that it has actually been hand applied and that this is not just a shiny plastic. It is a natural material that's been painstakingly, I should say, applied to give this absolutely wonderful finish. So you will see the sort of classic sailor clip band around the middle that I can assure you says Custom Irushi. There we are. It's a cartridge converter pen. You'll note it has black finials and end knob, and it's generally an extremely classy looking pen. I do apologise if the noise is off. That's my cat, Poppy, who's rapidly going deaf and consequently isn't troubled by the appalling noises she occasionally makes. Let's take a look at the nib and take a look inside. I mean, you can see what it looks like. That's ridiculous, but there we go. So we have an 18 karat gold nib, and we like to look at the nibs. There we go. Bicolour, very nicely done. The feed is, I believe, plastic, although it looks as if it could be ebonite, but I'm told it is plastic. And actually, I think that little mark there probably indicates that it is plastic. Come focus. There we go. Okay. That's probably where the mould is inserted. Anyway, we'll take a look inside. Oh, quite tight. Quite tight. There we go. So this is everybody's favourite Pilot converter. There we go. I forget which number it is. Look it up. It'll tell you. But it's got a reasonably good capacity and is consequently a fine converter and goes very well with this extremely nice pen. I'm not going to do a write test with this, I'm afraid, but we are going to have a look inside there because I understand that the material that the substrate, there's a good word, the substrate for the Urushi and the barrel is actually ebonite. Well, I'm told it's not on the cap. But anyway, obviously you have a, well, resin stroke plastic section here. But it's a very tidy pen, and as a sort of entry-level Urushi is absolutely brilliant. Now, as you can see, it's a reasonable sized pen. I don't have particularly large or particularly small hands, I suppose, given that you're comparing it with another bloke called John Hall, who's into making pen videos. But that's my Visconti Homo sapiens, and as you'll see, length, very much the same. Girth, the Homo sapiens is certainly a little bit broader. Let's have a look at the sections and the nibs. There we go. We have that. Oh, it's going to roll. There we are. So you can see the nib there. And the section. There's probably not so much in the section. I would suggest that the section on the Homo sapiens is a little bit broader. There we go. And we'll come in and have a closer look here. There we go, there we go. A nice bicolour nib, very nice indeed. So this is the Urushi Custom 854. Now, of course, when you get the Urushi Custom 854 into your head, it obviously raises a certain degree of tension because you're wondering, what's the Urushi Custom like? You've heard rumours that it's big, you've heard rumours that it's beautiful, you've heard rumours that it has a large bouncy nib. Let's have a look, there we go. Well, here it is, and well, I've got to say the rumours were undeniably true. Big it is. And I'm a little bit nervous about doing this because I suspect everyone's going to suddenly think, God, what a tiny pen the 854 is. But I can assure you it isn't tiny. It's just that the Custom Irushi is absolutely very big. Very big. So the design's very much the same actually. Got the same design clip, the same Custom Irushi around the centre cap. The cap finial is much the same, and the knob also much the same. The Urushi much the same, beautifully applied. But there is evidence of human hand, which is exactly what you want to see. But the other thing that you want to see is this huge nib. Now, I must admit, I don't understand nib sizing. I understand it's all to do with, well, some people, I mean, Pilot have got 50s and 30s, and I think 20. This is their biggest nib. This is the biggest Pilot nib you'll see, I understand. And as you can see, it is a thing of considerable size and considerable beauty. There's the feed. Again, I understand plastic. It's curious that the Japanese don't seem quite so keen on ebonite feeds. I don't entirely understand why, since ebonite is something that they are very happy to use, and of course use on this pen, because underneath this Urushi lacquer on the barrel is ebonite. We will take a look inside. There we go. Now that's interesting. That's got steel in it as well. I suspect on the Custom Irushi 854, was it gold? Should we just have a quick check? I think we should. Yes. Well. I wonder why that is. Not important. Won't spoil your enjoyment of the pen, I'm sure. But there we go. So let's pop that slightly out of the way. And let's have a look at this again and just think, well, it's very big indeed. And I've got to say, I'm not going to dip these because someone's going to buy it, and yeah, you know, people prefer to have brand new pens. But the girth is very considerable. There we are. And I'm not sure that I will be able to use this comfortably for any length of time. You may well get used to it. It sits in the hand quite comfortably. But it's a big one. Yes, I'm not sure about this. But if you like a really big pen, then this is a beautiful, impressive and wonderful pen. And if you want something that's going to sit on your desk to be whipped out only to sign multi-million-pound deals, you could do a very great deal worse. If you'd like to know a bit more about this pen, then I'm going to put a link to an excellent review from my colleague Dapperman, and it's not a video review, but it will give you a lot more written information and is comprehensive and extremely enlightening. There we go. Now, as you can probably hear, I'm surrounded by cats and they're demanding attention. So I'm going to say, with a last lovely look. Another thing, of course, is that the colour is slightly different, isn't it? Now, is one red and one vermilion? This is something else I'm going to have to check up on and try and find out about for you. But I'll leave you with a last longing look at the Pilot Custom Irushi 854 and the Pilot Custom Urushi